exit. And that guaranteed exit is because of that put option. No matter what happens to C-Trip, if it goes down $15 a share, like we have mentioned is very possible, I'm going to still be able to sell it for $65 a share.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to have that privilege, that right that I can enforce. Okay, and so really, out of this $13.70 that I'm spending, I'm guaranteed to get most of it back, aren't I?
That's right.
Yeah, looky. $6.58 is the difference between my cost and my definite guaranteed exit. Okay, and if we divide the $6.58 by the $71.58, we come up with I've only got less than 10%. I've only got about 9% of my capital at risk. Pretty cool so far?
I'm with you so far.
Okay. Now I should mention that C-Trip pays a dividend, and if I decide to hold this whole 7 months, I'm going to collect that dividend. Also, there is a pricing disparity between doing it this way and buying a call option. If I buy a call option, like it seems as though most of our players here today know how to do, okay? But if I'm buying a call option, number one, I don't always know how many call options I should get, right?
That's
So
true.
with the married put strategy, it's already locked in. I kind of figure out the money management for myself. I'm prevented, Mike, from risking or leveraging too much. Number two, I can actually get a better price. The at-risk amount is $6.58, but if I'd have bought a call option, it would have cost more.
Right.
Okay. So here's my at-risk amount. Long story short, let's see what happens. Okay. When the stock goes up after earnings, okay, we're just going to look at what it does after 9 days. After 9 days, the earnings announcement made it shoot up, and then by expiration of the call from our other person's play, it went up even higher. So I'm going to just use the really conservative amounts, okay? I'm going to go with the really conservative amounts, and I'm going to say, hey, look, who knew that a better hedge, it's a better hedge in the first place, right?
Yes.
Would also make for a better return. You see, when C-Trip went up above 70, the puts did not go to zero, okay? The puts did go down in value, yes, but they didn't go to zero. And we were able to take those put options and sell them and also sell the stock, and then our total back into the account would be $79.89. Now, $79.89 minus the $71.58 that we got into it, that's a per share profit of $8.31. Mike, is that better than $4.42?
Absolutely. It's almost twice as much, right?
Yeah. A dollar amount, it's nearly twice as much, okay? And as far as a percent, yes, I did invest more in the married put than in the short, the covered call, but even on that larger amount invested, there was a larger percent return. Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And that's the kind of setup that I'm trying to help folks understand, is that, geez, you know, if you set yourself up so that you can't possibly lose too much, that's the beginning point. After that, Mike, it's unlimited. Okay, you have an unlimited upside potential. Now, Mike, that was just if we closed the position at the same time that our friend was obligated to close hers. But could we do some other things beyond what we've shown?
Oh, of course. I mean, there's 10 different income methods that could have been applied to this technique while still having the married put in place after the move. And, you know, you could have generated more income. You could have potentially bulletproofed the position and kept trading it as well.
Right. Before we get into the income methods, Mike, because we really haven't shown any income methods yet, I'd like to run a poll of our existing, you know, everybody that's online, and ask, hey, you know, how happy are you with your trading so far for the last 12 months? How happy are you with your trading? And then we're going to share income strategies for buy and holders. Now, Mike, I've got two different ones. One would be how to bulletproof using income method number 4, right? And I'll share an antiquated example, an example that I did like years ago, although I've done some other examples recently. But then I'd also like to show an example of what was done here just very recently by one of our clients. In fact, he was pretty much bulletproof as of August 1st. Shall we show that first, income method number 4, or shall we show the bulletproofing and then taking income?
Go with the maybe go with the bulletproofing and then taking income. But it's your choice.
Okay, very good. We're going to share them both here in just a minute. And Mike, I'm very pleased because we're having a much higher percentage of people saying, yes, I'm happy with my trading results than we normally do. Let me go ahead and close the results. I'm sorry, close the poll and share the results. Mike, that's a lot bigger number than we normally see, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's great.
Yeah, although it's not as big as I'd like for it to be. We sometimes Mike and I have actually seen 0 in that column of yes. We've seen single digits a lot lately, and usually it's kind of averages out to where it's about 20%. About 20% say yes, and about 80% say either no or mixed emotions. And today we've got a higher number than usual. Now, I'm not going to try and take credit for that, Mike, but I am going to mention that we do have a large number of folks that have invested in the blueprint, okay? 35% own the blueprint. And I don't know how many of you only just recently purchased it or purchased it 12 months or more ago, all right? But certainly, Mike, we do have a bigger number of folks saying yes than normal, and that's good. Now, for the other 72%, listen, the 28% that said yes, I'm happy with my trading results, let me congratulate you. I'm very excited because you've beaten the market, okay? And almost everyone that plays the stock market loses at it. You haven't been playing it. You've been working it. You've been treating it like a business and exceeding the expectations, okay? Now, I'm going to mention to everyone that probably one of the reasons that these folks are in the yes category is because they do things like what we're doing today. So we're all in good company, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Right. We're doing something about it. The 38% that said no, I'm going to congratulate you because you recognize that there's a problem and you're here to solve it, all right? And the 34% that said mixed emotions, I'm going to say that that was me, okay? I had mixed emotions too. Mike, you know, from my history, about 11 years ago, I was making money doing covered calls, and then I lost everything because I didn't understand risk. So I had mixed emotions, didn't I?
Yes, you did. You saw some valuable returns, you saw some value, but then it was wiped out from you.
Right. I also got hurt, okay? So I'm going to say that we've got 28% saying yes and 72% saying essentially no. So I'm going to ask this question. I want you to take a very careful look at all 5 of these answers, all 5, and decide which one of those 5 you would take if you could only have that one. What do you think you need? What single thing do you think you need to be more successful at trading? Mike, so far we've got 100% in the category that I expected we'd have a winner. Okay, now we're starting to get 3 different categories. We're still in just 3 different categories. Oh, 4 categories now. Now we can't all be right, can we?
No, we can't.
I mean, honestly, Mike, if I ask you what 7 times 8 is and you tell me 56, and I say, well, no, I think it ought to be 63 this week, is that going to make me right?
No, not at all.
Probably not. Okay. All right. But for each of these folks on the line, well, guess what? It might be right for them because maybe they've got the other categories handled, right? Okay. But still, I think that our winner is what most folks need. And I thought that it would be this. Okay, what's the clear winner, Mike?
The clear winner is limit losses more, sir.
That's right. And some folks want to make their wins bigger. I'm going to tell you that you can do that. But on your way to bigger wins, let's make sure we don't lose. You know, for example, Mike, if you have 100% gain, that would be a good thing to talk about, right? What if right before that 100% gain you